welcome to my podcast. My name is Zhelle and I am talking to you from Copenhagen in Denmark. It's been a while since my last podcast, 3 months thereabouts. The biggest reason has been that my little boy, William, he's had a few problems with sleeping, but now he's finally back into a good rhythm with morning naps and afternoon naps. So hopefully that I can get back into a bit of podcasting. So I hope that he's going to sleep for a while. We'll see. Right now I'm still on maternity leave. I'm very much enjoying it. So I do have some time to craft, mostly when he's asleep. And when my husband Sean is looking after him, I can craft a bit as well. So I do have a few things to show you since last time. And since last time it's also been my birthday, so I'm now 31 years old. I also feel it. I'm not sure if it's William or if it's my age, but I do feel a bit older. But it's the name of the game, isn't it? Right, onto projects. The first one I would like to show you is my summer market bag. It's the first bigger little box of crochet project. And well, they've made, I think I talked about in the first podcast that they're going to do like bi-monthly boxes instead of monthly boxes, and this is the first one. So I got this in the end of June and I have finished it. I actually have a finished project to show you. That is very rare, I can tell you. But this is what it looks like, and the bottom is like that. So it's basically a giant granny square in very vivid colors. And it has been taken into use. I am using it to have, when we're out and about, I'm having William's toys in it. You can see, flip it a bit. So you can see it's a very nice oranges and reds and pinks and greens in it. I think the yarn that was used for it was Yarn and Colors. And I can't remember the different color names, but I'm going to put those in the podcast notes. But yeah, I actually finished something and I'm quite happy with it. It was quite a big project. Again, as I usually am, I was my gauge was off. It was tighter than it should have been. But you weren't told about how big it was supposed to be until you reached, well, this one I think is like round 12. I was supposed to have 12 inches. And I do not have 12 inches. I think I have about 10 or something. But I'm not going to pull out the whole bottom square to do it one more time with a bigger hook. So it annoys me a bit that you don't get the tension until, well, way past where where it's useful to have it. So I know that the actual bag is smaller than it was supposed to be, but I like it nonetheless, and it's for William's toys. So there's surprisingly a lot of toys that can fit in it. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. It was a simple project to go to. I mean, as soon as you had, well, the basic pattern, and I had that within like the two or three first rows. As soon as you had that, it was just to go until there was a few rows. Then there's a bit different here. You can see they have like, looks like posts. So you had that was a bit different, but apart from that, it was just the same all the way through the pattern. Of course, there was a bit of a difference when we came to the edge compared to the bottom, but it wasn't a lot of difference. So it was very easy to go to. I was quite happy with it, and I'm also looking forward to the next box that's coming next month, the August box, because with that one, it's going to be mosaic crochet. Haven't tried that before, so that's going to be fun. Might be my last box, you don't know. Now with Brexit getting closer, we'll see what happens. But I'm going to buy that box and I'm looking very much forward to it. The next thing I'm going to show you is, well, most of this is actually little box of crochet projects I have to show you this time. But this one is this box. And in this box, very cute box, there's beach bunting. It's gonna look like this when it's finished. So very nice with a little beach hut and a little some ocean with the sun and everything. So that's quite cute. And I have done quite a bit on it. I don't even think I had this box last time. I hadn't started it anyway. But I have actually made all the flags. So I have. And I have also blocked them because gauge is off again. I mean, it's off on every single project that I'm doing, and it's annoying. But yeah, I should have gone up a hook size on these ones, but I really didn't like the look of it, so it's a bit smaller, but it's a bit too tight. But I've tried to block it into the shape it should be. Well, not the shape, but the size it should be. And I have done mostly, but they are like twisting a bit. So we'll see what happens when I actually finish them and hang them up. But yeah, I am doing, I blocked them and now I've started to sew in the ends. I sewed in all the ends on this one. And there was quite a few because you couldn't take the yarn along. There was 2 ends for each colour. So that was already 12 ends there. And then we have the blue one. And what else do we have? We have a white and blue. See, that's what I mean with all the ends. I'm just gonna show you the rest of them. Like, well, the white one is just white. Got a yellow one, completely yellow. We have a stripy one. Some very pretty colors. And then we have the beach one where there's gonna be a little beach hut on. So that was the actual flags. I know I showed them quite quickly. But I mean, it's the same thing, it's just different colors. But the funny thing to show you is I made these cute little flowers for one of them. I think it's for the white one, where you have these little flowers where you had to do 6, so 3 pink ones and 3 blue ones. I'm just gonna pull this to the back. Let's see if I can. I could get it to, I think it zoomed in on it. But that was, I've done a few of those. I'm just trying to pick them out because I've done all the bits for it. I just need to put it all together. So you have all the flowers. There's another flower somewhere. That's the last flower. So I've done all the flowers. There's 6 flowers in total. Also had to do a shell, which I think is very, very adorable. You can see it looks like that. I think it's going to be very pretty. I think that's going to be very pretty when it's on there. There's also a starfish somewhere that I have completely rolled up, but you get the idea of it. We also have a beach hut with this little roof. So you have a little beach hut. Isn't it missing a door, you say? It is missing a door. The door is here. It's all pink. Door that's going to be stitched onto the actual house. Was that it? That wasn't it. There was also a sun, but that's also completely rolled up. But that's basically just a circle. So that's the sun. So I have done all the stuff for it. I just need to sew in so many ends and put all the decoration on, and then I need to sew it all together. Like you can see that it's all like that sewn in. I'm trying to see a bit better on the back. So I need to do that as well. I think I'm gonna do that with a bigger hook, just so I'm sure that it doesn't all curl up completely, because that is quite annoying. So I'm going to do that with a bigger hook and see if it's just somewhat nice. I hope so. I'm not sure what to do with it yet. I think it might be like, I was planning on hanging it onto my son's bed, but since I thought of that, the bed has the actual bottom of the bed. We've put that down, so right now if I put it on the bed, he would just be able to pull it all the time. So I am pretty sure I am not putting it on his bed. So we will see what I'm going to use it for. Just going to wrap it all up. But yeah, that was the beach bunting. Then I have something else to show you. Because I have shown this before, can't remember if it was the first or the second podcast. But I have shown you this before. Oh, I'm in the middle of a stitch. When you get disturbed, then you just put it down because you have to do stuff and then you forget. Well, it's a little pouch. I've shown you before. It's little using Tunisian crochet. You can see it here. It's so nice. The sides have now been stitched shut. So it is an actual little pouch now. And right now I'm doing the actual edging on it. When I've done the edge, I'm going to put in the zipper that is here somewhere. And I might do some bunting, or not some bunting, because of the beach bunting. A tassel for it, but I don't know yet. But this is the zipper for it. Very red zipper. The one they use is blue, so it's going to be a bit different. But I've never actually sewn in a zipper into a crochet project before. So that's going to be, I'm really looking forward to trying it. And I really enjoy doing the Tunisian crochet on it. It's not the last time I'm doing Tunisian crochet. I have a sweater that I've eyed a bit, but it's going to be a while because I have so many projects on the go. But I do have a sweater that I would really like to do in it. But so far I've done this little rainbow. So you can see the edge of it is, I think it's called crab stitch that I'm doing on it. And this is done in, I think they're actually all called yarn and colors. Let's just see. Yarn and colors for this one. Also for the last one I showed you, I forgot to say what it was, but I think that's also, nope. Beach bunting is Rikarumi. And then double knitting size. So not all of it is, but a lot of the project from a Little Box of Crochet is using yarn and colors. And this one is too. And I have a plan with all of the leftovers, because I have from the projects I do, I have a lot of leftover cotton from them. So I'm gonna do probably like a little toy for William or something, but we will see when I get to it. Right now I'm just trying to finish up projects, so I'm not completely overwhelmed with projects. But I forgot what I was about to say, but that's okay. That was the third project I showed you. I have another project to show you, and I talked about it last time, and it was it's the Lost Doily crochet along by Mio Crochet. And I did say that I wanted to do a thread version and then a cotton version, but I have decided to not do the crochet version just because I have so many other projects to do. So why do the same project twice? I decided to not do that, so I have just the cotton one to show you, and it's big. Again, gauge. It's supposed to be, when it's blocked and everything, it's supposed to be about 52 centimeters. It's like 45, between 40 and 45 centimeters. So again, way too tight, but it is finished. And this is again yarn and colors that I have used for it. I hope it's, yeah, it does show up well. But yeah, you can see here, it's completely finished and it's blocked and everything. not completely sure what to use it for. Right now it's just sitting on our TV table. It looks like a little tablecloth. It's quite cute. But we just don't have a table where it's you know, really coming to its own. But I was really happy with the pattern. At some point, and I don't know why I haven't connected the dots, but I'm pretty sure that the Lost in Time shawl that Miu Crochet is doing as well, it has done as well, is, as far as I can see when I look at the shawl and I look at this, that it's a lot of the same stitch elements. I think that's the whole point. That's why she called it the Lost Doily. And I made the Secret Path shawl that I haven't blocked yet, and I was going to do it along with blocking this and blocking the beach bunting. But I found out that because it can be stretched very wide, I need a lot of blocking mats that way, and I don't really have a space. Well, that's not true. I do have space to put it to blocking, but with needles and everything. But I have a baby, and he gets around. You know, he is crawling. He is standing up, reaching up to the table now, so he can actually just reach the table, and he's standing there and balancing, so I can't put anything on the table that will go over the sides, because he will be able to catch onto it. And needles and little baby, I don't think it's a good mix. So I'm probably going to maybe go home to my parents and block it and just have it there, because they have a big table that I can put it on that they don't use. Well, they use it, but it's more for when they have company over. So I'm sure I can sneak up and block a shawl and use it for 24 hours or something like that. So I don't have the Secret Path shawl to show you, but what I was going to say with it is that was the first one of hers I tried, and then I did this one, and she's really good at writing patterns, and she's making beautiful patterns as well. So it's not, you know, I'm gonna do more of hers at some point. Not right now. I have too much other stuff that I'm making, but it's definitely not the last of hers. Plus, I want to do some where it's not in. I want to do a shawl where it's not in one of those cakes. I want to do them in some solid colors. Maybe one solid color, maybe several solid colors, but so I can make it big, like really big, because I want a really, really big shawl that I can just cuddle up in, you know, when it's autumn and winter, and you don't need a complete blanket, but you just want to, you know, cuddle up in something. So I want to do that, but that is not for now. That is for later. As I said, I have too many projects on the go, and I have some more that I need to start on. So that was the projects that I wanted to show you this time. You know, for 3 months, I'm not sure if it's that, well, I don't know, two completed projects. I think that's all right. Yeah. But I also got 4 books, and I have them here. They were really cheap. They were, what was it, 60 krona each in one of the Danish supermarkets, and they were just too tempting to not get. I started with getting 2 of them, and then I thought, gonna get the 2 other ones as well, because I checked the prices online. If I wanted them later, it was like a lot more expensive. So I'm just gonna show you the ones I got. I got Crocheted Cacti by Emma Varnam, and it has 25. Oh, that was the receipt. It has 25 projects in it, and I'm not sure if she has one where you can see all of them. She doesn't. She has, you can see some of them here. See, so there's quite a lot of different styles, and there's also these ones. So I got the book. I mean, it's quite silly because it's it's Crocheted Cacti and Other Succulents, and I already have a book with Crocheted Cacti, and already have another book with Crocheted Succulents. But can you ever have too many? think I really like this one, the bubble one. Let's just see. Oh, here is a picture from above where you can see quite a lot of them. Almost looks like a Christmas rose. But yeah, I got the book, and I'm pretty sure I have seen some of Emma's patterns, maybe online. I don't, but I just the name rings a bell. But yeah, I got that one from her. And how many of these books are? This one is also by her, and that is Granny Squares for the Home. And the reason why I got this, it's 20 retro inspired crochet projects. See, there's a little lion with a crocheted little granny square on the belly. I thought that was cute. But one of the reasons why I got this, and I know I'm looking down as I am saying this, is the colors that she's using together. I think they're quite inspiring. I think there was in particular, was it a blanket? And there was, look, this table runner. Isn't it nice? I think it's so pretty. I mean, it's just a a granny square, but you can make so many nice things with granny squares. And here we go. That was the one, the retro blanket. Look, it reminds me so much of Cath Kidston, and I really like the colors. It's actually one of the main reasons why I got this. I'm just gonna go to page 82, see if there's some other pictures of the same blankets. Well, there is a bigger one. I think it's really, really nice, and there's just some inspiring projects in here. I think there's also like a little lavender bag and a hanger. I think it's quite elegant, and as just also wrote, very, very retro. And see, there's even like bath mat in there. So there's a lot of ideas in there, and I really like them. And plus, speaking of granny squares, I think it's the 15th of August. It's the International Granny Square Day. And if you look up on Instagram, I think it's Shoregal 97, maybe. I'm gonna put it right here. But she has started this huge international blanket of granny squares, where everyone is gonna take a picture of a granny square that they crochet themselves, and it has to be exactly taking pictures so the granny square fills up the whole picture. Because then when you click on the hashtag and look through, it's actually like a giant blanket of granny squares, and I absolutely love the idea. And I did participate last year with a well, it was a square, but it wasn't a granny square, but it was a star that I had tried crocheting. But this year I'm gonna do an actual granny square and participate with that. And I'm not sure I think I'm gonna do closed granny square. I might even actually do the one from the table runner. Where did that jump off to? That disappeared. But the table runner I showed you, I really like the granny squares in that. I'm thinking if I do, there it was. See, I might do those ones. One of those, and I can attach them together, and then I can make something with them. So I might be doing that, or I might be doing I don't know, an Emma square or something. We'll see. But that was the second book by her. That was the two books I got. That was both from Emma Varnum. And then I got Vintage Crochet, 20 modern vintage crochet projects for the home. This is also an Emma, but it's an Emma lamb. We also have some squares going on here, and I think that's actually a granny striped blanket as well. There's also a lot of grannies in this one, and in here it's cute projects, isn't it? You can see there's little paper flower charms that's made with paper thread, which I've actually never heard of before. Let's see what it says. Paper fine medium white paper thread. Didn't even know that existed. Just gonna see if I can see this little wreath. And I do want to make one. I have the polystyrene. It's a bigger one than this one, but I have a polystyrene ring that I'm gonna crochet something with. I've also seen Lucy from Attic 24. She has made some really nice ones, and I have thought of making one, which is also why I got the ring. Obviously, so many projects, so I haven't gotten to that yet. So this might also be an inspiration. So it's a dream catcher. I just really like the flowers. I'm probably not sure I was going to do the exact same thing that she has done, but I think that she has some really inspiring and pretty projects in here. We also have a lot of pot holders, different pot holders. So there's quite a good projects in here. Some of them quite inspiring. Some of them I probably wouldn't do, but it's just a nice book to have. And for 60 krona, who can go wrong with that? 60 krona, that's about £6, I think, for a book. The last one is extremely pink, and at first I didn't buy it, but then I thought, you know what, there's actually some very, very good projects in here, so I bought it. But it's a Catcher Grad, and it's super sweet crocheted unicorns, and it's an extremely pink book. I mean, extremely pink. I'm going to show you some of the projects that are in here. You can see there is unicorns and some droplets and butterflies and flowers and leaves. And there is, let's see if we can find, well, this is actually also showing the, because I'm not going to show you the actual patterns for it, because that would be a bit silly seeing as it's bought patterns. But if I just hold this, I think that can be done like that. Like that. You can see there's a nice little crown and a wand. There's a jewelry box. Why didn't I think of this? I can just do it that way. Boom. Jewelry box. Reminds me of cupcake. And I actually have a book with crocheted cupcakes, so I might be able to do some embellishments and stuff so it will look like cupcakes. There is the most gorgeous blanket, which is also one of the reasons why I got this blanket. Look, so pretty. Reminds me a bit of a watermelon in the middle. It's really, really nice. And there was also another really nice project in here. I'm just gonna find it. There's a little bag which is quite cute. A mandala bag. And that is about 15 centimeters and 17 centimeters. So 15 times 17 centimeters. That's quite nice. I'm just gonna see if I can find the other project that was really cute. I should really put tags in this, shouldn't I? When I want to show you something. There we go, sky blanket. It just looks so soft and textured and nice. I do like that they put the embellishments on them, but I'm not sure I would do that. I might put some clouds on it, because I do like that it's blue and then it looks like little clouds in the end. So yeah, I got 4 books. I thought, you know, that is some good purchases. Some of them I might not use, and some of them is good for inspiration. So yeah, I think I've talked for quite a while now, and I think I've done this only in 2 takes. My computer decided to go on sleep mode for a while because I've been talking so long. What can you do? But I think that was what I wanted to show you for today. I hope that I can do another podcast in, well, I was going to say in the near future. Hopefully it won't take another 3 months before I can do another podcast. I hope you enjoyed. It was lovely to talk to you. If you have any comments or anything, please just write in the comment box, and please subscribe and like and all that gubbins. And yeah, I will see you next time. Enjoy until then.